How's it going on, everybody? It's your boy Incog back at it again with another video. Sorry if my voice sounds a little bit deeper this time. This is like 7:40 in the morning when I'm recording this, and it is a Friday. This is for week 7 of the IBL. Your Boston Cynicals are currently 2-4, trying to climb from the depths of hell to make it into playoffs. This week we play, what's his name? Lieutenant Gold and his LA Aegislash. Let me put up his logo real quick. That looks real nice right there on the right, doesn't it? And his team is a bit scary. I'm pretty sure he's 3-3. I think he's 3-3 because he just played this game recently. But his team is Jirachi, Rillaboom, Kingdra, Pelipper, Drapion, Hitmonlee, Aromatisse, Sandslash, Tauros, Manectric, and Dreadnought G-Max. I started doing some observations whenever I was going through whoever had the fight per week. And one of the things I noticed about his team is that it's rain-centric, obviously, but then it also has that little Jirachi. And it also has, like, the Grassy Seed, Rillaboom, Hitmonlee combination, and I hate that. However, going into this week, I was more or less trying to pick up on what the fuck is he on about. So, for this week, I built some really interesting sets, but just to go over his team lightly and what I think is being brought. Like I said, it's rain-centric and also has Jirachi, Rillaboom, Hitmonlee, and that's just about what I expect this week. I expect Jirachi, I expect Rillaboom, I expect the Kingdra Pelipper combination. I also expect Hitmonlee. But Hitmonlee can come, or Aromatisse will come. Either way, one of those two will come. And then Dreadnought would be in the last slot. For me personally, my team isn't really weak to rain, as I do have a Sun Core of my own, and Venusaur is really good against his team, funny enough. However the case may be, just like with running no weather against people, I have to be very cautious whenever they have rain or they have a sand setter or something of that sort, because I don't want to lose my Ninetales in that case. So I have foregoed running it once more, and we're going to find out what I'm running this week, so hopefully you guys enjoy what I am doing. Alright, first things first, we're actually bringing the Aegislash this week. Yes, I've not brought it ever since I drafted it, because Aegislash is kind of a niche and mid-tier kind of Pokemon. It's definitely not a great draft league Pokemon in general, but it definitely has its uses, especially in this matchup. So with our Aegislash this week, we have Protect, Sleep Powder, Leaf Storm, and Leech Seed with 252 HP, 208 defense, and 48 speed. This is Regenerator and has Bold Nature and Rocky Helmet. This speed allows us to beat no investment Sandslash or Pelipper, which really isn't important considering Pelipper, because we do not we don't like comfortably beat it with Leaf Storm, but we can do, I think, around 54% to it with Leaf Storm depending on its set. If it's running HP, then it's not going to do 50%, but if it's not running HP, let's just say, I guess it'd have to be an HP set given if it was running speed. But anyways, moving on, we definitely do beat Sandslash if it has no speed investment. Lives all kinds of hits, so this Aegislash set is really funny. It lives, I want to say, non-specs Hurricanes from Pelipper and Kingdra, I'm pretty sure. It lives a Flamethrower from non-specs but modest Manectric, I think. And additionally, you can live physical hits out the ass. We're trying to really counter this Hitmonlee with Rocky Helmet and Leech Seed. And if he's running High Jump Kick, unfortunate for him, but no one really runs it. But if he is for max damage potential and not trying to lower his defense, better for him. But for us, we can Leech Seed then Protect, and even if he switches out, we'll still be fine, because at least at that point we can switch out and still have a Regenerator going. And it lives a ton of other hits as well. It's a pretty decent Pokemon. It also OHKOs Dreadnought unless it's Rindo, and it's G-Max. So that's a very important part to this. We don't have to run any special attack investment. We can just use Leaf Storm, and because it's stab, it'll just do more damage overall. So he definitely still has to be Rindo, and he has to be G-Maxed. If he's not G-Maxed and he is Rindo, we still OHKO. He doesn't kill us with Poison Jab, he doesn't kill us with Max Ooze, he doesn't 2-hit KO us with Max Ooze, I think, but he definitely can beat us with Max Rock, or technically in this case, I think Max Stone Surge is the water move, I believe. I get these all mixed up at the same time. It's also very early in the morning, so I have it written down, but it's like I wrote it down with question marks because I forgot to actually look it up and write it down. Anyways, that's all there really is about Aegislash. It's definitely still coming this week. It's definitely still a good Pokemon regardless of what I have to say about it. Next up we have is the Obstagoon. Obviously, if you guys saw last video, we did trade Brendan Grimmstorm for Obstagoon, as you guys might understand. This week we're bringing in an interesting set. We have Bulk Up, Obstruct, Knockoff, Gunshot. This recently had changed. It used to have C-Bomb instead of Obstruct, but I'll explain that in a minute. It's 252 HP, 76 attack, 180 speed. It's Defiant and with Jolly, and then has a Choppleberry. So it outspeeds Jolly, Rillaboom, and Kingdra. If Kingdra's out of rain, then we'll be okay, but generally speaking, we still will beat it if it's out of rain. That's all we need to focus on. It's a threat to society, realistically, and needs to be wary of Jirachi Moonblast, and this is a very key part. While watching Lieutenant Gold's team builders and such, I noticed that he's run definitely a mixture of both regular Jirachi and physical Jirachi and special Jirachi, and it's a very interesting thing for him because it seems like choice items, especially Choice Scarf, are very common. So one of the things I have to be very careful of is Moonblast, because it'll definitely do a chunk to us, and if he runs Aura Sphere on his Jirachi, I think it has a chance to go if it's Specs, I think. But regardless of that, we still need to be wary of that, and it can be an endgame sweeper given its speed stat. There are 3 issues that come into play here. Numero uno, because we got rid of Seed Bomb, we cannot 2-hit KO Dreadnought. Number 2, Hitmonlee. And obviously, number 3 would be just in general Aromatisse. Now, all these can be fixed. We can beat Hitmonlee with a different Pokemon. We can beat Aromatisse with Gunshot if it's not Kebia or not like crazy defensive. We 2-hit KO with Gunshot, but we will die to a Moonblast if we don't kill it. I'm pretty sure. And Dreadnought, we have other Pokemon for that. Generally speaking, though, we outspeed Rillaboom, which is the most important part, so we can Gunshot that and get that chunked, or O-Code, depending on what his set is. And Obstruct is still really good because I fear the Scarf Rillaboom. I fear that he could be running like Superpower, Brick Break, or Drain Punch. And having Obstruct is really, really nice because we reduce the defense, and it can force him into a situation that he doesn't want to be put into. Unfortunately, Obstacle doesn't get Sucker Punch, or else this would be more dangerous. Bulking up is going to be really important in this game as well because Drapion, and obviously due to Sand/Tauros and also Dreadnought, because if we can get 2 bulk ups going, Max Knuckle will not do as much to us from Dreadnought, and that's very important. But hey, you already know, we're out here with the doinks. But yeah, this should be an interesting set for this week. I feel like I just have to play it correctly. Next up, we have is the G-Max Blastoise, which obviously for the 3rd time in forever, we're bringing that Choice Scarf Water Spout. And it's Flash Cannon, Water Spout, Scald, and Dragon Pulse. It's actually really viable in the end game and needs to avoid Rillaboom at all costs. It needs good setup to win out. It has the same exact stuff that you know, and it has Rain Dish this week because we were facing a rain team. Funny story. And, this is a very interesting set because if he doesn't bring Rain this week, he can easily lose out, and that's a very, very, very big part of this strategy. If he goes Jirachi, Rillaboom, Drapion, Hitmonlee, Aromatisse, and like Manectric or Sanchez or Tauros, and he doesn't bring Rain at all, then this is still a good set, but it's not as good. In the rain, this OHKOs so goddamn much, and I love Blastoise for that reason. We OHKO Tauros. Well, yeah, we would outspeed, I think, do we outspeed Tauros? Yeah, we outspeed Tauros, because I think we had 214 speed. So Tauros doesn't hit that at level 50, because we're at 143 timid, I believe. I'm just spitballing here, but I'm pretty sure. We beat generally everything on this team speed-wise, outside of obvious, like, Scarfers, and, like, Scarfers that are faster than us, like Tauros. I think it's what? Tauros, Manectric, Hitmonlee, Drapion, Kingdra, Rillaboom, and Jirachi if any of them are Scarfed. And obviously Kingdra if it has, like, Rain Up. But generally speaking, we can hit that with a Max Wormwood and we can OHKO that because it won't OHKO us at all. Unless it's like Specs Hurricane or not Max, then we die. But if we're a G-Max, we'll be fine. But generally speaking, Water Spout will basically cleave through this team. And, yeah, that's all we really need. If he puts up Rain for us, easier. If he doesn't have Rain Up for us, then we have to be careful with this set. Obviously, to avoid Rillaboom, we also have to avoid things like, just in general, Manectric, like we had against JB, I believe it was, but we had the Scarf, not the Scarf, yeah, it was Scarf Terrakion that week, and we just OHKO'd it with close combat, so that didn't matter, but hey, that's it for Blastoise. Moving on, though, we have Melmetal. Yes, it is time, my friends. It is here. The Scarf Melmetal with 52 HP, 252 attack, and 204 speed with Jolly, Iron Fist, Scarf, and has Thunder Punch, Double Iron Bash, Darkest Lariat, and Earthquake. Yeah, this boy right here beats out Max Pelipper's speed lead. Okay, let me tell you about this. I read that wrong, but don't worry about it, alright? If it's Pelipper versus Melmetal, he's not switching out. He's U-turning or he's scolding every single time. There's no reason for him to suspect Melmetal to be Scarf because I've only run it either Assault Vest or I have run it Choice Specs. So now this week, we're running enough speed to beat out Pelipper lead if it's max speed. This is also not considering Scarf Pelipper. This also has speed to beat Sandslash because I think they have the same speed, and overall beats everything else besides, what is it, Avery? I think it's like, there are various Pokemon it doesn't beat speed-wise. I'm pretty sure like Manectric is one of them, and like Tauros, Manectric, generally fast Pokemon we don't beat. But yeah, we Thunder Punch that thing in the dome, Rain is gone. Like Crab Wraith, my nigga. Like it's done. Nothing, no more Rain, no Moss. And that's a very important part to this. And for my money, I feel like if I play this correctly, this can be a very great Pokemon in the end game, because let's just put it like this. Double Iron Bash will OHKO every Aromatisse set unless he's Berry, and then like some crazy shit afterwards. But even then, I think the second hit will always kill the Aromatisse, I'm pretty sure. Darkest Lariat is good for Cosmic Powering Jirachi. Yes, I'm scared of it. And generally speaking, that's all it really needs to do. And then Earthquake will chunk Drapion. And especially if there's Grassy Terrain up, we just forgo that. But Earthquake will also OHKO things like Manectric. If we outspeed it, which I'll do a calc for later, then we can OHKO it lead set wise. And then just in general, Double Iron Bash will do a lot of damage overall. But we want to avoid a lot of Pokemon this week. And that's kind of the niche part of my team, is that I have to play around whatever the fuck Gold's on, but we'll see. Anyways, moving on. We have our Venusaur set. It's the same exact set that we ran against Brendan because I feel like it's just a really good set. It is the Overgrow, Calm Nature, Kanye Vest set with Earth Power, Leaf Storm, Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, 252 HP, 252 Special Defense, and 4 Spatak. Or Special Attack. I don't know why people say Spatak, honestly. It lives Specs Hurricanes and can Giga Drain back at the very least. That does not mean that we're going to stay in all of the time. Leaf Storm definitely does a chunk to each Rain Sweeper, aka it does a chunk to at least Pelipper if it wants to be a Choice Scarf Rain Sweeper. It does a chunk to Kingdra, it'll OHKO, what's his face, Dreadnought. And generally speaking, this is a really decent Pokemon this matchup. If we don't get knocked out by Drapion, we can Earth Power it at least once, and that's really dope. We also don't need speed, so we can also outspeed something like Sandslash, so we can kill that. And we beat out Aromatisse. And this is a really good set for something like a Calm Mind Jirachi, or at least kind of, because like it'll take a lot of Calm Minds to beat our obvious Pokemon here, but we don't want to stay in front of Calm Mind Jirachi, obviously. But like, if Jirachi's Choice Specs, we can live at least a Psychic, and that's a very important part to this set. Additionally, we can be Rillaboom with this set, so it's a very interesting Pokemon this week. I think that, given that it's rain this week and has a lot of bullshit going on with it, Venusaur definitely needed to come this week, and I was almost going to bring Sun. So, what prevented me? This last Pokemon. It's Araquanid, of course it is. Toxic Miracle, Leech Life, Protect, with 200 HP, 108 attack, 200 defense, and it's a very fun set. So Koba allows us to live Hurricane and OHKO back with Miracoat, and this is on both Kingdra and Pelipper, no matter which one of them uses Hurricane. It's a bulky spider. It can stall against Aromatisse, Jirachi, and others. Now this is kind of a flawed statement, and I wrote this earlier in the week when I first team built this team, since I thought we were going to fight earlier, but we're fighting on Sunday, whenever this is recorded, because this is Friday team building and it's Sunday battle. So, just for reference, we can stall out against Aromatisse. That's something we can try and do if it's like half health and we're still at good health. Jirachi is a weirder one if it's special. If it's special, we can Miracle and we can Leech Life it because it's Leech Life Super. It's neutral, excuse me. But we still do a good chunk of damage to it regardless. We can stall it against Rillaboom, which is very important because it's definitely going to be a Pokemon that we have to anticipate this week. We have Water Absorb, so we can beat out something like, I don't know, just like the Rain Supers using water type moves, and we can just Toxic them, Protect, and keep it going, which is very, very important. If they go for a water move expecting me to switch out, or if they just don't go for Hurricane for some reason, or Dreadnought doesn't go for a rock move, then, I mean, we can Toxic. But generally speaking, that is not the plan. The plan for Araquanid is to basically Mirror Coat and Leech Life and Protect. Toxic is there just in case you need to throw it off, and because we are, I think, 1 speed point better than Aromatisse, we can Toxic that, I'm pretty sure. Though it does get Thunderbolt, so we do need to be a little bit careful of that. I'm pretty sure it gets Thunder as well, so that's definitely going to be scary. But generally speaking, we are defensive enough to live good hits. But Araquanid here just needs to live at least one of those Hurricanes and hit it back with a Mirror Coat, and that's very important. But that's going to do it for me, guys, and let's go and get right into the battle against Gold. This intro part is just so everybody understands what's going on. It's 10:51 at night. We were going to fight at 9, but Gold had some complications come up in his real life, so we are battling a bit later. My girlfriend is currently sleeping, so if I sound tired or if I sound very quiet, I am sorry. It is kind of late right now. I'm gonna leave in this intro part just so you guys understand that I'm not like crazy reacting, or if I sound really low, or if I sound like sad or some mess like that. It's just because this battle has gotten very late, and that's the reason. But I just wanted to let you guys in on that. But without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get started soon, I believe. So, yeah. Alright, Lieutenant Gold and I are going to be battling soon. Him and his Los Angeles Aegislash. I think I mentioned this during the Teambuilder part of the video, but I think he's 3-3 and we're 2-4, so we're literally right behind him. Getting a win today would actually be really dope, but we're going to see. I'm tired because, like I said in the little intro, it was 10:51 when I had recorded that. Now it is 11:06, so hopefully we can get a dub here. He is a really scary team, and in general, we should definitely take precautions. He brought everything I expected except the Jirachi. He brought Hitmonlee, so he's definitely Grassy Seed, Rillaboom, Lee, and then he has straight Rain offense and Manectric. So this is basically what I guessed. So I'm just going to type in good luck, have fun, and we're going to go ahead and close out of Discord. Alright, so indeed the lead is definitely still going to be Caspar, because even if he is Rillaboom first, we can switch on the Edelgard and we'll be fine. But we're going to go Caspar first, because if he's Pelipper, we get rid of the Pelipper really easily, and that's all we really need to do. Once you get rid of the Pelipper, we can limit the rain turns, and we can just wear it down till it gets all the way down after 8, and then we should be fine. So I'm just going to lead Caspar, and we're just going to go from there. Should be a really easy lead for us. If he's a crazy Pelipper set, then this will be an epic game, but hopefully we can get a dub here. Good luck to Gold, and we're going to see what his lead is. We were trying for a little bit to connect. He was having some issues, but we were having issues with the Asia server. But yeah, land play is definitely not great. But let's see what he starts out with here. So he went Search Chest. Oh god, he went Zoo, so he went Manectric first. That's easy for him because now he can Volt Switch freely against my team. And like a lot of people, whenever they see my Araquanid lead, they usually go with that exact lead anyway. I think JB did the same thing, and I went hard Terrakion, and then I blew his Manectric away with my Pokemon. So I think Manectric's the only thing that really beats us in terms of speed. Even if he's not Choice Scarf, yeah, he still beats us, but he doesn't kill us with an Overheat, thankfully. And Volt Switch does a chunk, but even if he overheats here, he doesn't kill us unless he specs. And if he's modest specs, he'll definitely kill us. So I'm suspecting that he's not going to go for overheat here. It doesn't make any sense. He's going to go for Volt Switch here, I assume. I can easily go into my Venusaur here and just take the hit and be completely fine, so that's what I'm going to do. Venusaur in the end game is good, but given that his team is not primarily, it's kind of half and half physical and special, so we're going to see. We're going to Venusaur. He's definitely going for Volt Switch, Flamethrower, Overheat here. He's going to go for Overheat, which is very easy for him, but he misses. Unfortunate for him. Even then, he wouldn't have done that much, to this at least, and that's just because of our nature and stuff, but that's very unfortunate for him. Yeah, Overheat's not even doing that much if he's at, and if he's Modest Choice Specs is up to 65.2, and Earthbound is a sizable amount back, so we can actually just Giga Drain here and be kind of good here, actually, in all honesty, because we don't need to reveal Earth Power yet, because I'm pretty sure he's just going to switch out here. And his best switch out for now is to go into Rillaboom, so actually I'm going to go for Sludge Bomb, just in case he decides to switch out. Yeah, he's just going to rush your Overheat. Let's see if he specs. Go from 187 down to 93. So now we're gonna do the 93. So that did 50%. Yeah, he's not specs. He would have done a lot more. Yeah, he did exactly 50. But we did Sludge Bomb anyway. He's not gonna do that much after this, so we're gonna go ahead and go for Giga Drain. Because if he switches out, but we get health back with Giga Drain at least, and that's very important here. Like I said, I'm very sorry if I sound like I'm being very, very quiet. I will turn up myself during this video, obviously in editing, but yeah, it's very late now, and Tori's sleeping. It's a Sunday evening. We're doing it on the last day of the week, unfortunately, but you know what happens. Sometimes you're busy a lot of the time. The reason I brought this is because Jirachi's the only real thing that really beats it. It's doing hard Pelipper, which is interesting. So he's gonna get up his Drizzle now. We're going to get up we're gonna get it off of Giga Drain here, which is gonna do a sizable amount. And he's definitely defensive. Okay, so we go up to 115. And then we're gonna, he's definitely especially defensive with some kind of set, because that would have done a little bit more as far as I know. 34.3 to 40.3, depending on his set. Bold is that how much that does, so let's assume he is the other set, Avery. Let's assume he is doubles or an attacker and he's modest. Tank rock. Yeah, that would have done more. He's definitely especially defensive. Hurricane doesn't OHKO us, thankfully, unless he's a crazy set here. And depending on what we can do, we can still Giga Drain here. I oftentimes don't want to leave this in because I really do value this Pokemon. We don't have a lot of switch ins, so I'm going to have to Giga Drain again, just for my own sake. If he's modest, yeah, if he's modest Hurricane and specs, he'll kill us. Yeah, he's not going to kill us at all. Like I said, no confuse. Just as I was going to say it. But hopefully we can break through this, because that'd be actually really dope. I don't really have a lot of, okay, good. We don't have a lot of Hurricane switch-ins, unfortunately. Oh, we did a really nice chunk, because I think we're in, overgrow range anyway, so that's really good. We're going to be able to take another one, actually. We'll be able to Giga Drain again. He might U-turn here. He might opt for that and go into Rillaboom. I could easily just Sludge Bomb here just to scout, but I'm going to go for Sludge Bomb here, actually, just to see. Because if we get rid of this, then we can limit his rain turns, basically, and we can win the game out from there. And that's very, very important, actually. So we're going to go and get this off. He could go Rillaboom here to expecting another Giga Drain, and that would allow him to take that hit, but if he goes into that and he takes a Sludge Bomb, he might not want to do that. So he's going to go just hard switch. That is Dionysus, so he's going to go right into the Rillaboom. There we go. This is what I was talking about whenever I talk about knowing what your opponent's going to do. Because generally half the time they're playing it more safe, trying to scout what you're going to do. I sent out a confusion first, like that was second turn confusion actually, so that's good. We're going to do a really good chunk to this, which is dope. We don't OHKO, unfortunately, because we're not invested. Not a whole lot Rillaboom can do here to us, I'm pretty sure. If I know, if he's banded, he will kill us, though, I know that much. Because we are at how much now, Avery? 92. So we're just below half our 49. Yeah, knockoff if he's banded would kill. Woodhammer doesn't kill. U-turn does a great chunk. If he has no item, knockoff still won't kill us. So we can easily just Sludge Bomb this again. We don't really have a lot of switch ins to this as well, except for Edelgard. So I'm going to go straight Edelgard here because he can knock off our Rocky Helmet, but that'll still do a good chunk of damage to him anyway. And there's a really good Pokemon to go into here. If he U-turns, he's still going to take a chunk of damage as well. So we go into Edelgard here. I'm going to see what he is about. He could just soft U-turn. No, he's going to go for knockoff, which is obvious. And he's going to do 90, down to 94. So we're going to go into this. 94. He was going to do 28.7 to 34. Yeah, he's definitely banded. That is choice damage, I'm pretty sure, because he made us... No, that's 94%. Hold on. 100%. 94. 56. Choice band. I'm sorry if it's taking a while. Ooh, he got a pretty good roll then, because that would be 44%, so he might be banded. Probably is banded, honestly, knowing him. Honest to God, I feel like he switches out here, because I don't really have a lot to hit this with, to be quite honest with you guys. But, like, I'm sorry, not that option, but just being honest with you guys. Not a lot of his Pokemon switch into a Leaf Storm, if I'm being real, and that's very important. And we're just going to go for that now. Oh, God, no, not that, okay. We're just going for a Leaf Storm. My fault. He definitely just hard switches here, though. Because he doesn't, like, Jirachi was a very important piece for him, and that's why I'm very confused by the Hitmonlee play, because Hitmonlee, while it's really good in terrain, is not the greatest Pokemon in the world here, in my opinion. Because even though it can like piece up half my team, if he gets unlucky, he's just going to go for another knockoff, which is fine. Which means he's expecting me to either switch out or do something else. So I'm just going to go for Leaf Storm. This will kill, obviously. So we're going to get a kill with Aegislash here. Nice job, Aegislash. Good job. Which allows us to freely go into things. So now we can keep Aegislash around for longer. So that would be Aegislash. And that's going to go into Gorilla. That's really good actually for us. Getting that good Leaf Storm kill, because he was just going to keep knocking off because he's clearly banded. And that allows us to get rid of terrain early on, and then his Hitmon really won't be as useful, because now he has to go into it at some point. The side in it is really Yep, there it is. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just switch out here. No reason not to. We keep Aegislash around for longer. That's really, really good. I didn't check one thing here. Yeah, he's Damp Rock, obviously. That's very, very obvious, honestly. We could protect here to drain out more turns and get more terrain, which is what I'm going to do, actually, because I feel like that's probably better for us here. I want to see something. I want to see if he's going to go for straight, like, flip turn, if he's going to go for Hurricane here, because he might just go straight Hurricane here, which is completely fine. But I would like to get back a little bit more health with Regenerator. So he's going to go for straight Hurricane, which is fine. These 2 more turns of rain left, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to run out of time if I keep spending so much time theorizing what I should do, because I think I'm at like 6 minutes now. Yeah, 6 minutes. We're just going to go straight into Linhardt and let that go, because Linhardt has done its job already. Linhardt has been able to read all over the place. I think that it's still a good pivot, but I think that the Araquanid is a better pivot now, at the very least, because then we can take more Hurricanes with the Araquanid at the very least with Leech Life and such. Leech Life is now useless, unfortunately, so he's going to go for Hurricane again. We're probably going to lose our Pokemon 92 down to 25. So that's really fortunate for us, because now what's going to happen here is that we're going to lose our Venusaur, unfortunately. But the good part about that is that we'll lose his Pokemon, but then we can go hard into Ferdinand and just go hard Dragon Pulse or Z Dragon and then go crazy, or Z Dragon, sorry, Max Dragon, excuse me. But yeah, we're just gonna go for just a Giga Drain, just to see, because he might just go hard flip turn a Hydro Pump or something, but he's definitely gonna kill us here, right? No, he's gonna go Ice Beam. Okay, that's fine. I think we died for that. I'm pretty sure we died for that, right? Yeah. That's very easy for him. We're getting rid of all his turns. Ice Beam. Obviously I have the recording, but I want to make sure I write this down at night. Oh, we lost connection. Okay. Amazing, amazing. Do we want to do this via... Showdown? Give me 1 second, everybody. This is the second time this has happened. Me and Lieutenant Gold are trying to recreate this in Showdown. And as you guys can see, we've gotten 2 straight crits. And, it's a doozy. It's a doozy. Let me zoom in for you guys here. Or, well, I guess it was zoomed in enough for you guys. Let me zoom out. I'm gonna just Giga Drain. I'm gonna ask. Cool. He's gonna Gorilla. I'm gonna Sludge Bomb, because this is how the battle went, as you guys saw. This will do enough to that. That'll get down to 24. I'm gonna go into Aegislash here. He's gonna go for knockoff. Adel. And then he's gonna knock off twice as I go for Leaf Storm. And then he's gonna go, yeah, he's gonna get the knockoff going, which is fine. That still did enough. We are going to Leaf Storm on his next knockoff, and then we're gonna Oko this. And then he's gonna go into Kingdra. And then I'm going to protect. Yep. And then Divino. I think he gained 1 turn, but I don't really fucking care. And then, yep, Ice Beam into Divino. I think it was Hurricane first, but we'll play it from here. Alright, now we're basically at the point of the battle where we were, basically. Rain would have been gone this turn, but obviously things did not work out the way they could have, should have, whatever the fuck. I don't really care. I'm tired. I'm just going to play it from here. Anyways, we're going to do it from here. Alright, so obviously we're playing up against his Rain now. We're going to Mirror Coat because we have nothing else to do here, and there's no reason not to. We're going to live this. We're going to do a chunk, and it's going to be fine. Once he's out of Rain, we can do other things. He said, have fun. Have fun. Fuck land. I am very tired right now. It's 11:30 now. We disconnected twice. You guys didn't get to see the second one, but we barely got into the first one. We tried to recreate it, got to the first turn. Frog skins, the server that we used, crapped out on us. So now we're just gonna go from here. He's gonna go into Dreadnought, which is fine. He clearly called that, which is completely okay as well. Which means, I don't know what this means. If he's max speed, we don't beat him with Cast Bar, but even then we wouldn't beat it in the first place. So I'm gonna protect, I guess? I don't actually know what to do. Because the issue here is that if I go into Aegislash, I'm not gonna be faster than, well actually, I will be faster than it, I think. But it could easily go for a max poison and do some bullshit. So I'm gonna throw off a toxic. I think, no. Hold on. I think we have to protect here to scout what he's gonna go for. And that's very important here. If he just goes for raw Stone Edge or raw Head Smash, we're going to go ahead and see. He doesn't max. He goes for Rock Slide, obviously. Very easy for him because we will lose our Araconid, obviously, that way. I'm going to go into Edelgard here, and then we can double out again. He might just go Liquidation, I'm not sure. We don't have our Rocky Helmet, so that's very important here as well. He also doesn't have Rain Up, so we can actually do a lot better here. So we're going to go to Edelgard. He's going to go for Body Press, which is fine. I mean, we're max defense shit. He probably was expecting Obstagoon or Caspar to come in, which makes sense. I'm gonna go for Sleep Powder here because depending on what comes in, we should be okay. I think, yeah, we should be fine. The Manectric being at full health now is kind of scary. It's kind of like iffy at best. I could just go for Leech Seed if he goes. Yeah, I might as well go Leech Seed here. Yeah, he's gonna go right into Manectric, which is fine. We're gonna get the Leech Seed off, which is completely okay with me. We're going to go for Protect here, because if he goes for a Fire move, we're fine. If he goes for something else, we're fine. He's just going to go for Overheat, which makes massive sense. He could be choiced, but he might not have a lot of investment, so that's also a very big issue for me right now. I'm going to go into Araconid here raw. He's going to go for Overheat again. Yeah, he's definitely choiced. So he did 40 to us, which is fine. We're going to give back some health here. We're going to throw off a Toxic, because depending on what he goes into, we should be fine. And then we can protect through hurricanes and such and get the Pelipper Wheel down and the Kingdra Wheel down. Please hit, don't bang, thank you. Alright, we're gonna get that going. We're gonna go ahead and protect here. He's gonna either U-turn or Hurricane. He's gonna Roost, which is very interesting to me. I'm gonna Mirror Coat here. I have no reason not to, because we live this all the time. And it's just like whatever to me. Yeah, at this point, it's whatever to me. Like, Edelgard can come in and beat Dreadnought. As far as I'm concerned, Choice Scarf Blastoise beats Hitmonlee. And if he's not running like max speed Hitmonlee, we can beat it with Melmetal, I guess. Whatever. He knows that we have Mirror Coat though, so that could be very scary to him. He could try to predict me switching on. He could go for U-turn here. I'm just going to go for Mirror Coat. I don't really have many other options here, as I don't think throwing off another Toxic is going to work out here, and I really need this damage. Regardless, yeah, he's going to go, yep, 25%. That's 50 back, and, oh well, it's 2 times, I believe, so that's good. We got rid of the Pelipper Mirror Coat. I don't know where I put my pen in the dark. It's a black pen. Hold on. I'll have to really turn on my flashlight. There it is. Okay. So, Rillaboom died to Leaf Storm. Kingdra killed with Hurricane in this version. And then Araconid into Pelipper. And that was Mirror Coat, which is good. So he's going to go straight Kingdra here. Going to go off and protect here, see what he's about. He's going to just go for Hurricane again. I'm going to do a quick calc, actually. Control-Shift-N. That doesn't show up on screen, which is good. Calc. I don't think it's going to have my sets either, which is the other bad part. So we're going to go grab this thing here. No, I am taking too much time to do this, but I want to see one thing. If we can live this, that'd be dope. I don't think we do. We're 200, and then we're careful, so I mean we could. Depending on his set. Kingdra. Let's just assume he's choice specs. Obviously, we don't have a berry anymore. He's level 50. Assuming specs we die. We didn't see life orb earlier, so he's not life orb. He could just be expert belt, which I'm going to put in here. If he's modest expert belt, we do unfortunately die. If he's not expert belt, I think we have a chance to live. And that's kind of impactful. So, we got rid of Pelipper, though. That matters a lot. I could try to go for a double. I could go into Melmetal. Melmetal's kind of clutch here, though, because we can still beat Manectric. We can still, well, we can't beat Manectric. We can try and beat Hitmonlee. But, like, outside of that, we kind of lost it with Pelipper, so I'm going to go into Caspar here. He's going to over Hurricane. That's going to do 20% milk. Obviously, he's not choiced, and I think a Scald will kill us anyway. So, we're going to double out back into Araquanid to get our health back. You see, my friend, I'm smarter than the average bear. Because I do things because I can. I'm going to mirror code now because I think I live this. Yup, 51. Please. Thank you, Bernadetta. My boy, my girl Bernadetta's out here with the doinks and Amish. Now there is no rain up, he's probably going to go for max rockfall now, which would be very good for him. I think I could throw this away now. I'm going to throw off a Toxic. He's just going to go up. And he's going to go for max rockfall, which is going to kill us, obviously. I don't think he can kill Edelgard anyway, so we're fine. I'm going to Leaf Storm here. Please. I could Sleep Powder, but I think, yeah, I'm going to just Leaf Storm here. He's going to max Knuckle. That's going to do 26. Edelgard is, that's Rindo. Yeah, we kind of called, we called that. We called that. We did indeed call that. But I have another idea. I have another really funny idea here. Yeah, I have another really funny idea here. If we protect through this, we won't take as much damage. And then I can double out into Caspar. Yeah. Yeah, he went for max Knuckle again. I actually don't know Dreadnought's raw speed without any investment. So let me just see really quickly. I keep saying raw like it's something I should say, but it's definitely not the right word. It's 94. So I don't think Edelgast even outspeeds that, because we have how much speed? 48. Yeah, we don't outspeed that at all. Okay, let me go back over here. Okay, so essentially what we got to do here is we got to make him go for bullshit. And I think we can do that with Blastoise with Water Spout later, because we are Scarfed and we beat everything out with Blastoise now. So I'm going to go into Caspar and let that go. No, he went for Rock Slide. Yeah, that's kind of obvious. I think they're both super effective, but I think Earthquake does more. He's going to go for his own Earthquake, which makes sense. We're going to go into Ferdinand here, and we're just going to fire for Water Spout. Unless he's Scarf Manectric, which I don't think he is, given how he's been playing it. But if he is, then he is. But we're just going to fire for Water Spout here. Letting Caspar go down is not great, but it's okay. If he goes straight into Manectric here, then we're fucked. But if he doesn't, then we should be fine. Because, yeah, we should be fine. We should be fine. It depends on what his set is. So, just so I have this written down. Interesting. What was that, Ivory? It was Dreadnought into Mel, and that was EQ, and then it was Blastoise into Dread, and that was whatever. Dreadnought, that was Water Spout. I'm sorry, it's still very late. I am not in the right headspace. We could just Water Spout again. I'm actually just going to over Cannonade here, but it will actually cripple us in the end, but then we can go back into this later, and we can get off something great, so we're going to do that. I didn't throw away the game because he can't OHKO this, which is still really good. He said, well, fuck, so it's okay. We still get the dub here, I'm pretty sure, unless he Okos us with high jump kick. Nope, went for knockoff, so he got rid of our scarf, which makes sense. We're going to go straight into Aegislash here, which is very obvious for us, and we're going to go ahead and throw for Leech Seed. But, he could be very, very heavy hitting, I don't know. I kind of want to do a calc here really quickly, just for my own, like, health. I know we win, but we have to secure it, and I don't want to make a bad mistake here with Aegislash, especially if he's especially if he's specs, and I don't know how much specs he is. So 50. He's thundering right now, and if he's modest, that will do a lot. I think he did 34, so he's gonna do that again. I think we went out with just Leaf Storming here, actually, so I think that's good. I think we're good. No, because we got crit. Great. Great. If he crits us here, he wins. I'm pretty sure he wins here if he crits us here. And I really don't like that. I think I should have just protected to scout, but I don't know. And that's kind of the scary part here. Thunder doesn't kill us, knockoff will kill him. That's all I needed. Okay. Please, God in heaven. Yep, GG's. GG's to Lieutenant Gold. Unfortunately, I had to play this through Showdown, obviously. And I didn't want to say GG earlier, so I would have lost. But I'm sorry that we had to do this through Showdown, just like with week 1. But land play servers are shit. But GG's to him and his LA Aegislash. We win 2-0, and we go up to 3-4 and -1, I believe. I don't know who we play next, but whoever we play next, we're gonna try and beat. So yeah, GG's to him, and I hope you guys like this video. Hopefully you guys check out everyone else in the IBL, and yeah, catch you guys next time.